Hello my morbid cuties, this is a Morbid by Nature and welcome back. Today I have a little bit of a oddity haul and a thrift haul for you guys. But let's first talk about the elephant in the room, which is my hair. Yes, my hair, which is really black and was not meant to be black. I actually wanted to darken my hair, but I wanted it to be more of a dark amethyst look, and unfortunately my hair ended up black. So just gonna have to live with this for the next few weeks until my hair starts to get a little bit more faded, and then I can put in my purple hair dye and hopefully I will have that nice end result that I was looking for, which is a dark amethyst black and not just black. Not that I don't like black hair, I just don't want black hair. Anyways, so on to my oddity haul, and this oddity haul comes from this really cute store up in Haverhill, Massachusetts, which is called Evans and Oddities, and I will leave a link in the description down below of their site if you are interested in viewing any of their products that they have. I actually came across this store about a month ago. I went up to Haverhill to go see my girlfriend's art exhibit, and it had been such a long time since I have gone up and about in Haverhill, Massachusetts. I think the last time I probably ventured downtown there was probably a good 12 years ago, and I actually used to go to college up in Haverhill, Mass. And the downtown was always this really interesting place. They always had these interesting little antique stores and secondhand stores in places, and I was shocked to find that they had an oddity shop, which in Massachusetts we don't have any. We do once in a while get the oddity type of dark flea market that comes in, or dark arts market that comes in around the Massachusetts and New Hampshire area, but to actually find a brick and mortar store, next to impossible. Last time that we had one was years ago, where we had Five Hand Curiosities in Salem, Mass, and Pandora's Box out in Milford, Mass, but both closed many years ago. So it's nice to finally find one that, when you want to go off and, look at some oddities and look for really interesting things, it's nice to once in a while go into a store that is going to be there all the time, that you can go venture inside. So anyways, enough talking, let's get on to the haul. So my first item from Even in Oddities was this old medical stereograph card, and on the back basically talks more about the disease and certain treatments that they might have done for the disease, but also it's a 2-image that you view in a stereograph, which would create a 3D image. And I know that you probably can't see the image that well, so I will kind of insert an image of what the card is. And this is basically called urticaria, but it's also known as dermatographism, this type of disease, which is actually a disease that I sometimes suffer from. So when it comes to dermatographism, your skin produces a lot of histamine. Actually, you produce a lot of histamine in general, but it tends to be really much in your skin. So sometimes wearing jewelry can be very annoying because I will have marks from my jewelry, or my skin will be so swollen that I can't wear jewelry. But what is also interesting is that I can actually put enough pressure on my skin, and in a few moments a line will appear, and it's little hives that will kind of rise up. It can sometimes feel itchy, sometimes not, but I can actually physically write on my skin if I put enough pressure on my skin. Usually I tend to deal with this if my allergies are really bad, or if I've been eating a lot of food that tends to release a lot of histamine and my body can't cycle it out. So I probably maybe suffer from this maybe once or twice a year. My skin gets a little active and I am able to do this. If you really want to have some fun, you know, this is a really great powder trick. It is annoying sometimes, but you know, it's kind of fun to play tic-tac-toe on your own skin with your fellow friends. Next item, I know you're definitely not going to be able to see up close, so I definitely am going to have to do a little close-up of this. And I decided to get a bunch of rat paws. Yes, rat paws. Again, you probably can't see it that well, but I will show a close-up of these little rat paws, and I got 4 of them. And I thought they'd be really interesting to make some pieces of jewelry out of, or just make some little interesting pieces of artwork. And last but not least, I am a huge collector of pins. I love pins. They just make an outfit into everything, and you know, you can use it on different accessories. I love putting them on bags. So I got a few of these pins. Again, you're probably not going to see them that well, but this is a set of Lunds, and I also have a leg. So kind of like almost like old like Gray's Anatomy drawings. My last one is this little cameo head pin, which I loved. It was kind of like these morning birds. Again, if you're looking for a lot of interesting oddities, Evans and Oddities in Haverhill, Massachusetts is definitely the place to go if you live in New England. Definitely take a trip in. You'll be very happy and excited. And the owner is just, he's so friendly and so sweet. So I can't wait to go back there again. So my next haul is a thrift shop haul, and it is from the thrift shop Savers. Now, personally, I love Savers. I know lots of people don't like Savers. The biggest complaint to people is that they feel it's a little bit more pricier for secondhand goods. You know, I'm a toss-up. I don't think so. I beg to differ. If you're looking for thrifted clothing, which are nice quality clothing that are brand names, you're gonna find them at Savers. And I'm actually wearing a piece right now. I'll show that in a bit. But you can actually find some really interesting secondhand products as well, like household goods, and some really interesting antiques too. So if you're familiarized with, you know, antiques and vintage stuff, you can find them for really a good price. And what I like about Savers is that they do have on the back of the wall little bags that you can get that are like little discounted bundles, and it usually will house like a few items in them, and you can get them for really dirt cheap. And my first item are these little frames that are from the 60s, these little porcelain frames. I have some like little roses that are tea stained, and also some rodent jaw bones. So yeah, I'm really excited about these, and I've gotten lots of good feedback. Anybody who I've shown them to, and I kind of don't want to part with them because they really brought back a lot of memories. My grandparents had these frames, so it really makes me think a lot about my grandmother and my great-grandmother. But you know what? It's fun to create artwork like this and, sell it. So if you're interested in having them, check out my Etsy shop. I also bought another frame. Yes, I buy frames like crazy. Again, being a photographer and an artist, frames always come in very handy, and this is basically brand spanking new. I got it for like $2, again, right at Savers. Next item from Savers, I basically got this item because I really liked the frame. It is an interesting piece of work, however, I don't feel that I want to keep it as a whole. I'm probably going to split it up and make it into 2 different types of pieces of artwork. But I got this for $5, and it is this interesting bronze Mary against this crushed red velvet backing, and I really like the frame a lot. However, I'm not too crazy about Mary. I like the piece, I just not too crazy as a whole. So I'm probably going to disassemble it, and I'm probably going to use the frame for another piece of artwork. Probably the same thing too with the backing. But I am going to utilize Mary, and I thought it'd be really interesting to kind of almost make her into a goddess type of figure, and work with some flowers and, you know, kind of make an art piece like that of, you know, flowers around her, almost making her into some type of goddess of some sort. So again, I thought it was really interesting. It was only $5, and again, from Savers, and that's what I like about Savers, because you can find really interesting things like this. This next item is actually came from Torrid that I found at Savers, and I probably only paid about $8.99 for it, and it was brand new with the tags still right on it, and I was really excited that it fit me perfectly. And what the price said was $80, so I got this for a really good steal. Sorry, I'm really not that good of a model, but yeah, I'm actually very much in love with this. It's light and airy, so it's perfect for that early summer vibe, and it's got a little bit of a high-lowness to it, and yeah, I'm just absolutely in love with it. And for something that was $9, Torrid, perfect steal. This next dress that I had gotten was from Folter, and it is this really cute kind of 1950-ish vibe type of dress. I like it, it's really nice, but however, it really doesn't fit me that well, even though that it is my size. However, my boobies are way too big for this, so I probably paid about $10, and I might end up making this into a skirt, or I might just use the material for something in the future. But I saw it, and I just love the print, that skull print, and I thought I just really needed to have the print, if not for the, you know, to wear, at least for the print itself, that I can actually use that print for other sewing projects. And lastly is this gorgeous fleece capelet, and I probably paid about $7 for it, and it's nice and warm. It's perfect for those really cold nights, especially when it's on the cold days in the springtime and fall time. I am absolutely in love with it. I am not in love with these buttons though. These buttons suck. So those definitely have to go, but I might end up maybe putting a little trim around it to kind of flare it out, because I think it needs something to break up where it's not so solid purple. But yes, this will be great in the fall time to keep nice and warm, and I like that there's little openings for the arms to go through in case you need to access something right away. So that was my haul video. And before I go, I have some exciting news. I am actually going to be vending my very first show at the Masquerade Marketplace. It's going to be having a lot of artists there. It's also a little bit of a steampunk gathering, and it's going to be in Dover, New Hampshire. I'm really excited. There's going to be a lot of talented artists there, lots of talented vendors with goods that they are going to be showcasing. I'm also going to be sharing a table with my very good friend Lily Moonstorm. I'm going to be featuring some pieces of jewelry just like this, And also too, I'm going to be displaying some brand new pieces of artwork, which are my transfer pieces. And what I like about these transfer pieces are that they're pretty versatile in displaying wise. Sometimes I like to just, you know, mount them against a lighter wall to kind of give it a 3D look. Sometimes I like to also put candles behind them to kind of make them glow and give it an eerie look as well. Other people have said that that they like to put them in the windowsill to give it that stained glass look as well. So it's one of these pieces that you can stand up or you can mount on a wall. You can pretty much do anything with them. They're pretty versatile. Alright, my morbid cuties, that is it for today. If you liked this video, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you want to see some more future videos, and leave a comment. I love hearing from people. What are your favorite places to go shopping for oddities and curiosities? Is there a certain thrift store that you absolutely love to go to? Love hearing from people, and I'll see you guys in the future. Bye! You'll never make